We're a mature adult ecosystem. We have the capability and capacity to be able to do this together and work through it together. So I firmly believe that our best days are ahead of us. And I firmly believe that these kinds of things are great teachable moments for us to temper enthusiasm and transform it into disciplined, methodical work so that we can continue moving forward.
Recently, Cardano community has been hit with 2 of Cardano projects shutting off their business. Ardano and Orbis, the projects within Cardano ecosystem, stated that they will no longer build their projects. In November 2021, Ardano raised $10 million in a strategic funding phase led by 3 Arrows Capital, where they say, along with the investors' expertise, this funding will allow us to establish Ardano as one of the premier DeFi gateways on the Cardano blockchain, saying that the future is bright for Ardano. However, in its Twitter page, on November 24th, Ardano tweeted that unfortunately, due to recent developments with regards to funding and project timeline uncertainty, the Ardano project has had to come to a halt. Ardano appealed to other developers to take over the project, with the remaining funds held in reserve to finance the move. But right before the Ardano fiasco, Orbis was the first project that went underground. In their Twitter page, they said that unfortunately, due to constrained funding and uncertain conditions, Orbis Labs is unable to continue building and the project has come to a halt. Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, has come to the internet to address these failings. In a recent live stream, he mentioned both of the projects and revealed his thoughts on everything going on. Soon we will take you to the clip, but please, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, it helps us a lot. Now sit back, relax, and let's see what Charles has to say.
Now, my understanding is, having talked to the C Fund, that the first time we were informed that these projects were having trouble was through Twitter the same time as you guys, which is utterly distasteful. And it shouldn't have happened. You know, and it's a decentralized ecosystem. And the frustration here is that you cannot curate these ecosystems as if there's a single entity running everything. IO doesn't run the show, Emergo doesn't run the show, the CF doesn't run the show. Reality is that it's everyone's collective effort to do better. Cardano is very strong. There are over 1,200 projects building, over 100 have launched in some way. We have this great strength in NFTs, stablecoins are announced and coming, DEXs are already operational, and Vossel has been launched and has considerably improved the development experience. There's a lot more to do on the Plutus side. There's a lot more to build. The Plutus team is working hard on that, as are many independent developers. And a lot of alternative approaches are being taken thanks to the creativity of the many developers trying to build things on Cardano. Like any new platform, it does take time and it does take effort. But this was the case with Ethereum and it didn't seem to stop their growth. This was the case with Bitcoin and it didn't seem to stop their growth. This was the case with Android and iOS, and it didn't seem to stop their growth in that respect. Languages and people, processes and procedures, they always find a way if they have a good idea and there are good people working hard. What truly bothers me is that the crypto media is going to use this as an opportunity to say that Cardano is dead or failing or succumbing to the same forces that killed FTX. And it couldn't be further from the truth. The reality is that in venture capital, and with new projects, 80 to 90% will fail. If 1,200 are building, 24 months to 36 months, 800, 900 or more will probably not be here. They'll have consolidated, failed, or stalled to the point where they're no longer economically viable. This is the nature of new endeavors. Good ideas can be great ideas and still fail.
Not much time has passed since the fall of Luna and its stablecoin, and now some people are skeptic since Cardano is building their own algorithmic stablecoin. According to its developers, the stablecoin project will be pegged to the United States dollar and backed by Cardano. Apart from this, it will be using another token as its reserve coin. The project highlighted that it will be over-collateralized and will have on-chain proof of reserves. Charles Hoskinson states that this stablecoin has everything it needs to be stable, and we shouldn't worry, but some people are looking very skeptic in regards of Cardano building a new stablecoin. Let's see what Charles has to say more.
Great technology can be great technology and still fail. You require the right people, processes, procedures, execution, strategy, and market conditions in order for something to be successful. Sometimes people get incredibly lucky and they're in the right place in the right time. And sometimes people get incredibly unlucky, where despite how innovative they think and how much great work that they've put in, they're in the wrong conditions to succeed, or in the wrong environment to succeed, with the wrong community to succeed. The power and magic of Cardano is its resilience and durability, and its capacity to adjust, grow, and change. And that's where we're currently at. Every single day, we have demonstrated as an ecosystem that we're strong and capable. For example, we just had the Cardano Summit led by the Cardano Foundation. And there we saw more than 50 distributed summits around the world, from Vietnam and Korea to the UK to places in South America and the US. Probably more than 10,000 people attended those, and more than 1,500, I believe, attended the in-person summit in Lausanne, myself included. I didn't see a weak, dying ecosystem. We saw incredibly passionate and evangelistic people building great things every day. And we saw the same thing at Scottfest. We saw the same thing with the growth overall of the ecosystem. But what this does highlight is that there is a need for us as a community to be better at due diligence and demanding accountability and responsible reporting for the projects who purport to be building on Cardano and are in a position of public trust, either from receiving funds from Catalyst or ISPOs, foundation grants, or venture capital in our ecosystem. They should be more than willing to regularly engage with the community, have weekly or monthly updates on development, demonstrate good source code, including where they're having troubles and problems through Stack Exchange, Discord, or other places. They also should be more than willing to work with the community to help ameliorate and address problems, and be intellectually honest about where they're at and where they're going to have delays or troubles. If projects are having funding problems, they absolutely need to get in front of it and point out that conditions have changed and try to work with the community to resolve those particular problems. Perhaps projects could merge together. Perhaps projects can find ways to reduce costs in a novel, creative effort. Maybe business ideas were never viable, or were only viable during a bull market. For things to be legitimate and real, they have to survive in a bull and a bear market. So the community has to come together. They have to work together, and we have to come up with ways as one to be able to ensure that these things, as they happen, because more will come, that's the nature of this game. The same happened to Ethereum, the same happened to Bitcoin, the same happened everywhere in the world, that we resolve them one by one. Now, if a project is going to fail, it would be nice if you let your investors know prior to going to Twitter and letting the world know. Again, that was my understanding, that our first contact about this came from Twitter, not privately. I was deeply disappointed about that. And any person who was connected to that, let that be known for future attempts to raise capital. Whichever ecosystem they go to, wherever they go, that's how they behave. The people who have been given, who gave them trust.
And that's it for today. What do you think? Is Cardano and its founder trustworthy? And will Cardano successfully manage to build a working stablecoin, which will not depeg like other stablecoins did? Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more crypto content. This was Investilence, and we'll see you in another video.